selfie. No,
Oh, it is.
All right. Say cheese. All right, cool. Thank you.
Hands Across Philadelphia, along with Kevin Douglas Green, toured schools in Delaware. Our first stop was the Apex Honors Program campus. All the honor students received the special edition book from the Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives, who want to inspire and empower 1 million youth to be more than they ever dreamed possible. In honor of Douglass's 200th birthday, they published a bicentennial edition of the narrative of Frederick Douglass with special inserts from the family. To distribute 1 million hardcover copies of this book to students across the country, we need all our community organizations to make it possible. The books were donated by past educators who are one of the leading providers of substitute and permanent staffing needs in Delaware's educational system, specializing in providing community-based substitutes who are committed to their complete wraparound services from the bus to the classroom and back, which provides stability for both the students and their families. The CEO of Past Educators, Ronell Page, sponsored all the books for this Delaware school tour. Next, we visited middle school students in their homerooms and then met with the elementary school students in the auditorium. We were escorted around the many campuses by CEO Aaron Bass of Eastside Charter Schools. We applaud Mr. Bass for his continued dedication to his students and his stellar programs that continue to create our future leaders. We had a short fireside talk with 3rd Councilwoman Zenithia Oliver with the youngest students in our auditorium. They were super engaged and excited to meet with the descendant of Frederick Douglass. The questions were awesome from the youngest students. We closed our tour with an interview with Mr. Ronell Page of Past Educators. We look forward to seeing you all again very soon.
Teaching, you be respectful, and you wait till a time where you can ask that person that question. And you'll be surprised how much you can learn from each other instead of going home.
What did we say? Thank you. Thank you. All right. You're welcome. Legally free. He still was in the north. He was still, quote unquote, owned by someone, but he was free to do what he wanted to, but still at risk. So he was able to write his own books about his life. And so that's some very, very important information about you using your education, what you're learning now, later. You know, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men and women. So that's why educators, everybody's trying to build you up now so they don't have to try to fix you later.
We're glad to be able to be a service to someone who served our culture, served the legacy for our heritage. That's huge. Today you had an action-packed day, full-blown agenda. I'd say you probably spoke to several hundred students today. Let's talk about the first part of the morning where you were with the Apex program at the Teen Warehouse here in Wilmington. What was the atmosphere like there? How many children were there?
Of the adults, the educators that were in the room, that their commitment to these young people, don't take their commitment for granted. I know that teachers don't take their commitment for granted. That how special educators, teachers are in that process. I know. I would say in most cases and things that I remember, it was regardless of what the ethnic background of any I say majority of my teachers, they saw their students as students.
Awesome.
And so in a lot of cases, I do realize there have been in certain cases, especially when we were dealing with the times of integration and all that, where educators did not want to have to deal with, because that was just their mindsets. But I would say most educators now, their focus is that but that students are students regardless of their ethnic and racial backgrounds, and that's so very important. That that the students realize that they are there for their education regardless of what they look like. So,
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
thank you very much.
Awesome.